Hi, how are you? I already have concealer on, so yeah, I look funny. Sorry, that was another project. I'm getting all this stuff out. How are you today? I'm having one of those days where I need to do something fun and that I enjoy. I'm having one of those kind of days. Are you having one of those kind of days? Just a little on edge, frustrated, not really at any one thing, just, just generally. So let's get our mind off of that. Let's do something to distract. Oh my gosh, I have so much stuff in here. Okay. I thought we would do full face today. What do you think about that? What do you think about a full face? I'm talking 90 miles an hour. I'm so sorry. I might accidentally start doing that because I'm revved. I need to relax. So we're doing something. So, okay, so I've already used my mattifying primer. This is my favorite one. The hydrating one is awesome for dry skin. I do like the hydrating one on my eyes. When my eyes are feeling dry and flaky, that area does tend to get dried out, especially with all the mask wearing. So I do like the hydrating primer. I do like the other primer, our regular primer, but this is by far my favorite. Any skin type can use this. You don't have to need oily skin or combination skin or regular skin. Any skin type can use this. It will not dry you out. And it blurs imperfections better than any of the others. It fills in pores better. It just does that better. It just does a better job of that than any of our others. So, mattifying primer is already in there. I've already applied concealer to my eyes. That was another project I was working on this morning. So I thought we would just pick up from there. And I'm going to use the liquid foundation today because the mattifying primer with the liquid foundation is my favorite combination right now. I absolutely love it. So I'm shaking it because it's oil-based. Don't flip out. Oil-based foundation with good quality oils is actually very good for your skin. Water-based foundations allow the foundation to seep into your pores. You don't want that. So primer and an oil-based foundation keeps it all up out of your pores so your pores don't get all gunky. I can't talk. Okay. So where's my kabuki brush? I like to use the kabuki brush. You can use the liquid foundation with a damp sponge, a damp blending bud. Not with your hands. You're not going to probably like the finish at all. But you can totally use one of those damp blending buds. I just really like the brush. Something's in my hair. It's in my peripheral vision. So when you hop on, say hi. Let's chat. I need social interaction today. I need something. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's just, I feel like it's like that feeling that we had last spring where the world. Hi, Stacy. Hi. I'm feeling overwhelmed today, like we did during quarantine last spring. I'm just feeling it today. So we're gonna do something fun. We're just gonna distract. So I just dropped a few drops on there, and I'm just gonna dot it on. Say hi when you hop on so I know that you're here. We're going to do a full face today. I don't get to do my full face of makeup very much at all. Well, the only time I get to do it is when I do it for you. Because of the way work is right now. It would be a waste of product, a waste of time. So I basically just do this area. So I'm really missing doing my whole face. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the whole shabam. Liquid foundation, super simple, dries to a matte finish. If you have oily skin, this is what you want. If you have combination skin, this is what you want. If you have dry skin, this may not be the combination for you. This may not be the foundation for you. With the hydrating primer, you may like it then. But it's a little flaky because it dries to a powder finish. So if you have dry, flaky skin, that's not going to be for you. Talking 90 miles an hour. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to control it. I get a little sometimes. Okay, so medium to full coverage. It is buildable. You can see there's still a few imperfections. I didn't go in really heavy with it, but I could go back over and add another layer. Totally build on that. I actually like it being a little not perfect. I like that. So now I'm going to use one of our foundation powders. And this one is Sable. Yes, Sable. This one's 3 shades darker than my shade. And it is a foundation. So if you do this for, hi Libby, how are you? Thanks for joining. If you do use this, if you do choose this as a bronzer option, I'm told we have a new bronzer coming, but not when. Don't know when. So this is my option for right now. This is one of the options you can choose. Be very careful because it is a foundation. So I start with a super skinny brush and I just dot it. Okay, I dot it and then I take it here and swirl it out to even it out on that brush. And I want to be very careful because it is a foundation. It's going to go on heavy. It's not a bronzer. It's going to go, it's got more, what's the word I'm looking for? Tint? No. It's not the word I'm looking for. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Anyway, it's going to go right underneath that cheekbone in the hollow of your cheek and come to about your eyebrow. And yes, it looks ridiculous right now. I know that. It's okay. It's all going to work out, I promise. So again, swirl, and I think this is the key. Getting it mixed up on that brush like that so that you don't get too much laid down in one spot. Okay? And yeah, I'm putting it in a line. I am. I'm totally putting it in a line. Thanks, Libby. End of your eyebrow. Okay? Just basic advice. Just basic advice. Okay? You can take it. I do it even lighter here. Okay, to define that jaw a little better. One of the things I do not like about getting older is that these things right here that sag down. And I used to come up over the jawline just right there to kind of suck that in. But I think that what that wound up doing is making my chin look a little pointy. So now I just kind of keep it in a line right there. Live and learn. Live and learn. All right. Now let's add some blush on top of that. I'm going to use Serene. We don't have Serene anymore, but Sisterly is very similar. Sisterly is going to be a nice little pink for you. It's going to have a little bit of a shimmer. We have some shimmers, some mattes. It's your preference. I like a little shimmer. This is distracting me. Okay, so I attached this little pillow to this chair here, and it's, you know, it clips in like a backpack clip, you know what I'm saying? And it's banging against the back of the chair every time I move. And it's making me crazy right now. Okay, you don't care. Okay, so let's blend out that contour that we just did. Oh. Y'all, why am I so today? So in my anxiety today. Does that make sense? So we're not going to talk about it, but this is why we're doing this. We're doing something for fun. Okay. Soften that out. Now I'm still not finished. It's still going to blur out even better because I'm going to use my setting powder now. This is the one we came out with at Christmas. It has the water burst technology in it, or it's not water burst. It's burst technology, micro burst technology. There's actually hydration built into the molecules. Don't I sound like a sciencey person? And when you apply it to your face, they burst, and you feel this. Some people describe it as a coolness. I think it feels wet, but it's not wet. So I guess cool would be a better word. But it feels like if you touched a cool washcloth to your face that was damp. That's what it feels like to me. You do have to shake it though to get those activated. So that's why it looks like it's empty. It looks like they're trying to jip you out of product. They're not. They learned from doing this 2 years ago in a trial run in the summer that they needed more room in the bottle to allow for that. So I just take some. It's got a sifting thing on the top. I just take some, put it in here. This is the brush that came out with it. I love this brush. You could just sit here and do this with this brush all day long. It's so soft. But we're not going to do that. It's very, are you seeing how finely milled it is? It's very finely milled. See, now it feels wet, but it's not wet. It's pretty cool. If you have drier skin, this is going to be a better setting powder for you. Okay. This is also going to blur imperfections. It's going to set your makeup. Setting powder is still working on keeping the stuff from the inside of your skin from breaking down your makeup from within. If you need protection, if your makeup needs protection from the outside coming at you, you want setting spray, which I have not tried yet. I've tried one, a cheapie. I have not tried ours, and I didn't like it. That doesn't mean I won't like ours. There's lots of things that I've tried of other people's that I didn't like, and I love it and unique. Okay, so there's my setting powder. It's really, really cool stuff. And I really like this under the eye area. If you have more mature skin and that skin is kind of crepey, I really like this under the eye area. Still don't use a ton of it. It will look flake. It will enhance any flakiness if you use a ton of it. But if you just lightly go over that, it'll set all that perfectly for you so you don't get all those creases. And it doesn't dry your skin out, and it doesn't enhance that flakiness like the other one can as much. With the other one, I started dipping my ring finger in it and just pressing just the tiniest amount there. There I can use the brush. Okay, let's move on. Okay, eye primer. I should have been doing that. We'll do eye primer, then we'll do brows. Yes, I'm adding brows. I've done them 3 times now since I got my brow pencil. Aren't you proud of me? Eye primer is different than face primer because eyeshadow is a different product than foundation. So you need a different type of primer. Eye primer dries to a tacky finish. So it will hold on to those powders for you and make them really pop, and they won't move all day long. They really don't move anyway without the eye primer. They just pop a lot better. You'll get a few more hours out of them without them moving or creasing or doing things like that than you would without eye primer. But it would last you a work day without eye primer. Palette 6 is still available. Oh, I said I was going to do brows while that dried. Why am I doing this? I'm keeping this in the box because it's an eye. I don't want to confuse it. I'm not going to confuse it, but for some reason in my head, I need to keep it in the box so I don't confuse it with my other pencils. I don't know why. It doesn't look like the other pencils at all. Little bitty mirror. Very finely pointed. This is the medium one. And this has been a process for me. It's taken me several years to arrive at the courage to do this. Because I've spent most of my life containing my brows, but I really like the definition that it's kind of giving them. It's not too much, and the eyebrows kind of just frame your face, and I just think it does it a little bit better. So what you do is through your tear duct, up there, side of your nose through your tear duct, that's where your brows should start. So this side starts pretty much where it's supposed to, and you just lightly fleck a line on going upward until you hit end of your nose through your iris. That's the crown of your eyebrow. Okay, that's crown, whatever. That's the apex, that's the high point. That's where you want the arch to end, to head to. Okay, now if you're my age and you don't want down flecked lines, flick out from here to fill in the bottom. Don't make a strong line going down. See how I have a line here? I'm going to blend it out in a minute. But here, instead of making that line going down, I'm just going to fleck out. That way, things are going that way, not that way. Isn't that what we always want? Okay, then the top is a little bit in from the bottom. Some people do it even. I like it to have a little bit of an angle. I don't know. I don't quite like it all the way over. Again, flecking that on till I reach the crown. Or why am I saying crown? It's not a crown. The height of the brow. Okay. And then out. And your tail should be nose, end of your eye. There's the tail of your eyebrow. Okay. We're just going to do this real quick. I don't have any eyebrow. I'm liking it also because right here, I have an empty spot. I have a scar there from when I was little on the rocking horse. Fell and busted my eyebrow open. Okay, then we flick up here. And I have a better time, I don't know. I think it's easier to do it this way. I am no brow expert, believe me, I just started. Just finding things that work for me. Okay, then fill in We need to move faster than this, Lori. People don't have all day. Okay, see how I just filled in? Okay, so see the difference? It's not that much darker. It's not that much bushier, and I haven't even blended it out yet with the brush. So it comes with a spoolie brush on the end so that you can blend this out. Blend these strokes out. I have worn this to work, not on a super sweaty day, but I have a fairly active job, even if we're not super sweaty, and it has not run on me. It has not caused a problem. Oops. And we just soften that out. I like it. I really am starting to like it. At first I was like, but I'm really starting to like it. Sorry, this part takes me a while. Sorry. Okay, end of your nose, through your tear duct. You can see this one starts a little further back, so I have to fill in a little more right here. I made a little dot for when I come back. So, end of your nose, through your iris. There's the height of the arch, okay? I'm not holding this pencil in any fancy way. It's just, I'm just doing what works for me. Then flick out, not flick. Don't make a line going down. Just soften that up. And to visually keep sending things outward instead of downward. Okay, so now let's do the top. I have to fill in a little more on this side. And this is another thing that kept me from doing eyebrows for a while. Remember, they are supposed to be sisters, not twins. They're not supposed to be symmetrical. They're not symmetrical anyway. Naturally, they're not symmetrical. And that drives me a little nuts. I like symmetry. It drives me a little nuts, but that's the way it is. So let go of the idea that they're going to be perfectly matching. They're not. Now I'm just going to fill in some. Hoping I'm doing this right. Okay, now I have to fill in a little more on this side. And it's wrinkly there, so it's a little bit of a situation. But remember, we're going to go back and be able to blend this out with the brush on the end. I know it looks a little ridiculous right now. We haven't blended yet. Blending is just about the key to just about every aspect of your makeup. Blend, blend, blend. Blend your foundation, blend your contour, blend your blush, blend your eyebrows, blend your eyeshadow. Blend, blend, blend. I don't want to do it too harshly. I don't want to erase. I just want to soften it up some. I'm already feeling much more peaceful. How about you? Some people are quitting Facebook, I know. I'm not going to quit Facebook. I'm just going to really strive to have a place where we can have fun. A place on Facebook that's fun and hopefully a little light for you. Okay, so we're going to use palette 6. Now mine doesn't look like what yours is going to look like if you get it. Palette 6 runs from here to here. It is stunning and it's still available. I don't know how this is happening. Okay, it's stunning. You can keep it very neutral with just some basics. You can really get out here and get some other colors. Love, love, love palette 6. So I'm going to take a blending brush and I'm going to use this color right here. I don't have the names because I took it out of its container. That's probably not the nicest finger to use. That's a great transition shade in this palette. So I'm going to use that one. Your transition shade is just here on the ends and rainbows, circles and rainbows. Now, I will say for my shape eyes, I don't do the rainbow all the way over here. It's not, I don't think that that's really going to help anybody off the top of my head. You don't really want a lot of darkness right there. You want light there. But I don't want people to think I mean rainbow like this, okay? There are some eye looks you can do that with, but just generally speaking, circles and rainbows. And you do want to work toward getting more comfortable having that color go higher up on your brow bone. It creates more depth in your eye. Took me a long time. I used to use the transition shade with the fluffy crease brush. See the difference in size? Because I was intimidated by that. But you just keep playing and get more comfortable. And try some new things. See, that's a great transition shade. Transition shades are usually a medium, often brown. It can be taupe. It could be a nice gray. You generally want it to be a matte color. That's not a hard, fast rule. There's no hard, fast rules. But you generally want it to be a matte color. And it's just allowing for a place for the different shadows to meet up and blend out and not look so stark when you put them on, so that you can get different effects from your eye makeup. Now this eye is a little lower, so I have to come up a little higher on the edge. There's a little, see how it's more space there? So I need to come up a little higher to counteract that. Makeup is smoke and mirrors. It's smoke and mirrors. Pretty smoke and mirrors, but it's smoke and mirrors. Using shadow and light. Circles and rainbows. Okay. I'm trying to kind of hurry, but explain things at the same time so you understand. Okay. We're going to go with this Shimmer Pearl Fleck, I think. Didn't bring the right brush in here for that, so we're not going to do that. We're going to go, let's just keep it easy. Let's go with, what do you think? Calm or the gold? If you're watching, tell me. Gold or this very light pink, which is called Calm. My voice catches on that mirror. This very light pink called Calm or gold. What do you want? Give everybody a second to tell me what you want. See if my comments are scrolling. If not, I'm going to pick so we won't hear. You want the Calm? Okay, let's go with the Calm. It's such a pretty pale pink. I love, love, love it. Okay, so for that one, I'm going to use the liner shader brush. We have two dual-ended brushes. I think we still have this one. I think we still have this one. This one you could also use. Let's use this one. This one is a very good brush. If we still have it, I should check. Because you can do a lot of things with it. See, it's just so pretty. It's definitely pink. It's definitely not cream, but it's just a pale pink. Okay, I also like to use this one here to brighten up that area. I tend to have blueness from here and around. And you want this inner corner to be nice and light. This one is a matte, so it's so simple to use. Thanks for voting, Libby. Thanks for making up my mind. Okay. I really hope we still have this brush because it's a very good brush. It came in my kit. It's very versatile. I'll show you how to use it. Use the other end to do the crease corner. It makes it almost foolproof. Okay, We're going to pop a little bit of that as a highlight as well. Highlight in the arch, at the arch. Again, drawing that eye upward. If I put it everywhere, which you can do, but if you put it everywhere, it's here. Does that make sense? If you put it just here, then there's a point here and the eye looks lifted. Just general thoughts. Now, always go back and blend. Blend all of that in. No harsh lines. Do my eyebrows look okay? Are they weird? Need water. I don't think the weather, if you're in Houston, I don't think the weather is helping my mood today. Is it helping yours? I just want to curl up in bed. Okay, so let's go with a little bit of color now, and let's use this one. You could use this one, but let's use this one. Let's add a little bit of color. Let's get some of that rose gold in here. So I'm going to use this brush. This is the angled end of this angled shadow brush. I really hope we still have this. Tap it in, tap it off. Just set it on in my room, please. So you can take it and turn it this way and do this side of your V or your 7 or your L, whatever you want to call it. Okay, make that side. I don't know why he thought I was going to eat pizza in here on a live, but okay, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, and then for the other part, turn it this way. Thank you, lady, for that feedback. So now I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to stick the long end in the corner, and I'm going to swipe a little bit. This just makes your corner crease shadow almost foolproof. This is how I learned to do it. It's because I got this brush. And you do want to keep your eye open. You do want that peeking up some. That's what gives it the depth. You don't want it to sit in the crease and nobody ever see it until you close your eyes. See how that created the depth? See the difference? Okay, so now take your blending brush, hold it on the end, and lightly work that in. Same circular motions, but keep it in this space. That is gonna, I'm gonna have to cut this pillow off. That is gonna make me insane. That little whacking noise. Okay, there, I just released it. Wouldn't it be nice if you could take whatever's bothering you and just release it like that? Wouldn't that be great? Okay, now, see, look at the difference. See the depth that gives you? I'm even going to come in a little more, I think, on this end. And blend. Okay. There we go. Let's go do the other eye. So we're going to dip this angled shadow brush in. We're going to turn it this way and make this first line of our V or 7L, however that helps you remember. Some people do a smaller V. Mine is more like a 7 or an L. I like it a little longer into the eye. Then I'm going to turn it this way, and stick the long end in there and do a little swiping. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and compensate what I did over there. Bring it in a little more. Okay, blending brush. Okay, so see how harsh it looks right now? Blending brush. And get your bangs out of the way. Just keep blending. I did get it on a little heavier over here. That's okay. You just keep blending. See, softened up. I'm going to work that just a little bit better with a crease brush right there. It's a little stark of an ending right there. Okay, there you go. Isn't it so pretty? But don't judge. We don't have eyeliner or mascara on. Okay, so I brought in my proper liner, and I'm going to show you a little trick with it. I didn't bring my pencil sharpener. Okay, that's okay.
Excuse me, there is a message for you.
Sorry, I forgot to turn off my notifications. I'm going to keep it right on the lash line. I'm not going for a thick look. I'm going to keep it right on the lash line. And I'm going to tight line, which means just come underneath your lashes and get in that lash line and on that waterline. Now, this is what I really like. I tried this once on a whim, and I really like it. I'm going to take this end. This is the liner shader brush, so you could use this end on your lid and for other eyeshadow purposes. And then this is your liner. You could also use this to help you with your eyebrows. Okay, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to smudge this line out. It softens up the look. And it just turns out really pretty. Remember those eyeliners we used to buy that had the sponges on the ends for the smudge look? You could really get a little out of control with those because they were big. And you could have huge eyeliner. Which, in the 80s, maybe that's what we wanted. Okay, so there's the smudge look. Now watch. Let's go do it over here and leave it unsmudged so you can compare. Sticking right at that lash line. And then do the waterline. And get up in that lash line. Okay, see the difference? It's subtle, it's very subtle. But I really like the smudging. I really like the smudging. It's a softer look to me, especially with a brown liner. Okay. What do you think? All right, let's comb those lashes out. All right, let's keep going. Okay, we're gonna do something fun. It may be a little bit out of your comfort box. That's okay, that's what I'm here for. Push you out of your box. That's what Younique is doing for me. It's pushing me out of my box in so many ways. Sometimes it's painful, but you go. All right, we're gonna take that dark maroon. I wish I could remember the name, y'all. That was the bad part. That was the bad part of the idea. I had to take those out. I'm gonna take this one, and I'm gonna come under the eye with it, with the liner shader brush. Okay, and I am coming up a little bit so I can add a little bit of a wing to that eyeliner I just did. And I'm keeping it right in the lash line. I'm not going to take it all the way over. I'm going to take it about almost to midway point. So maybe a third of the way in. Okay. And then I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Now, you can choose to leave that line. It looks silly right now, I know. But once you get your mascara on, that's going to blend right in and add to the look of your lashes. So I'm going to leave it right there for you, so you'll see. And now I'm just smudging the rest of that all up in here. Okay, there you go. See the difference? It's just a fun little thing you can try. I don't like the end being quite that blunt. Pat that out a little bit. Okay, let's go on the other side. Y'all, I needed this today. If you're here, thank you so much. You've blessed me by being here today. Thank you. Really and truly. This eye has a dumb wrinkle. It's a dumb wrinkle right here on the end that the other eye doesn't have. So I have to kind of go out at a different angle to get that line. Okay. And it's usually not quite as precise as this side. We control what we can. Okay, now let's go smudge all that in. Now, if you are a person who can keep eyeliner, this one lasts longer on me on the bottom waterline than any other one I've ever tried. I just have, for lack of a better word, I guess, goopy eyes, and they don't stay for me on that bottom waterline. And I'm not going to put a liquid there. I'm just not. I don't think that that's safe. I'm not going to do that. But I'll show you. See, it won't even hardly even go on. It does go on better than others, and it lasts better than any others I've ever tried, but it's just not something my eyes take to very well. Now, don't worry. I know it looks a little harsh right now. We haven't put mascara on. I know it looks a little harsh. Another advantage of doing a little bit of a smoke down here is blurring out some of these wrinkles, disguising them. Some people can go in with a fluffy crease brush and use that medium brown and come right there. I don't quite like that much under the eye, but you can do that. Okay, I'm back on lash primer, y'all. These curly Q lashes down here are doing so much better since I put the lash primer back in my routine. I don't know why they curl in like that. Vitamin E, this has vitamin E in it, so it nourishes them. And it's kind of like nourishing hair gel for your lashes. Now, since these are my problem lashes, I'm starting over here, so it'll dry a little more by the time I come do my mascara. I can do everything exactly the same, use the same tools, and leave out lash primer and not have the same results. Add the lash primer in, they straighten out. Now, do they fly exactly right like these? No, they don't. But they are so much better. They're at least not curling in on themselves, you know, scrunched up. When I have an extra amount of cash to try something, I think I am going to actually try one of those heated lash curlers, the kind that's just the wand, and get it to twirl it under instead of back, if that makes sense, and see what that does. Because there are a lot of people, I do have several clients that have that issue. I am also beefing up this area with lash primer because I have fewer lashes there. And so today our lashes are going to be fully nourished because we're using lash primer and Epic Twisted. So on this side, I do want it to dry a little more. I need to comb it. Sorry. I do want it to dry a little more because I want it to set those out. So that's why I started with them, so they'll have a little more dry time. Can you see them? When they curl in like that, they all get tangled up, and it's not a pretty look. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. I'll be really honest with you. When we came out with lash primer, I thought lash primer was a dumb thing. I thought it was kind of a scam. I did. I thought it was kind of a scam. I didn't understand what it did. Then I started using it, and I came to an understanding of what it did, and then we came out with Epic Twisted, and I stopped using it, and I have an even greater appreciation now for what it does. It really does work. Where's my Twisted? Okay, Epic Twisted. This has argan oil, biotin, and hydrolyzed keratin in it. So it's going to further nourish your lashes on top of the lash primer. It's also going to help them become stronger and longer. So you just twist the black part to get to the little bitty wand. This is the magic. This is the magic right here. This picks up every little lash that you have. So squiggle it at the base and then comb it through. I do think palette 6 is a perfect Valentine's palette. If you happen to be going in, do you see what I just did? If you happen to be going anywhere for Valentine's Day or just staying in. And you don't have to worry about any, the great thing about the palettes is you don't have to worry about any of the color combinations. You can mix any of those colors. They're all color coordinated. The only ones we have available right now, though, are 6 and 8. 8 is going to be more, people say jewel tones. To me, it looks like earth tones. It's got yellows and greens, a little bit of brown, kind of like fall leaves. It reminds me of like fall colors. That's why I say earth tones. This lash comb is not a unique lash comb. It's a $5 steal from Amazon. If you want the link to it, I'll send it to you. It's the greatest. Because it has long metal tines, you can get in between those lashes and pull your product up even higher for more length. Okay. Now, twist the silver part to get to this big wand that has silicone fibers. So more like a comb than a bristle brush. And that's going to give us the rest of our volume and length because we're dragging our lashes through it. And we've picked up already all those little bitty lashes that are growing in. And now we're going to be able to add more product to them. And you can earn this one for free if you spend $75. Epic Twisted goes in your cart automatically for free. Okay. Love this. Now, all these places where I messed up, just leave them alone. Let them dry. If you get to them while they're wet, they're just going to smear and make a bigger mess. Don't want that. Okay. I'm not going to really fully vamp out my lashes. You've seen me do that, I'm sure. I want to be honoring of your time, but you can keep going with this mascara. Just keep on going till you're satisfied. The next place you could go back is back and add with the little one on the tips, and then use the big one and pull that through to get you some more length. Okay, so when you have curly lashes, come from behind and twist and pull slowly. Okay. That motion right there really does help. If I went from the bottom, because they're so curly, they would just mash up against my eyeshadow and make a mess. You do have to come from the bottom a little bit, but you don't want to really push it there. Push the wand there too hard. Okay, let's comb that out. See, They're not curling in on themselves now. And I also like these ends that stick up because you can use them for placement. Good night. I'm making a mess. Sorry, guys. That I don't have to worry about messing up my eyeshadow. Let's go get it. Okay, big wand time. Whoops, silver. This blinking and dragging through is the greatest mascara tip I've ever learned. And I learned it since starting Younique. Blink it and pull it through. And I can tell you right now, we need more right here. Okay. Get that lash comb back out. Okay, there we go. The last thing I do before I move to the bottom lashes is I kind of take a step back and I kind of look at both sides and check for sparse areas. So see, you can't really see very many lashes right there. So let's go even that out with a little bitty wand. I do spend a lot of time on my lashes because I really enjoy having long lashes. I wasn't born with them. And no, it's not Maybelline. That was dumb. I don't know what. That was kind of dumb. It went through my head. Okay, this bottom one is perfect for little bitty lashes, for the bottom lashes. I meant to say this wand is perfect for the bottom lashes, and I messed that sentence all up. Okay. One more dip, and then we're going to do the lips. I do not have any of the new lipsticks yet. I was going to get one over Christmas in the special. A friend of mine was going to get two, and I was going to get one. They came in threes. But somebody else wanted one, so I let them have that, and I just haven't ordered any. So I'm going to show you a Splash Liquid Lipstick in the color Soft Hearted. Because it's a pink, it's a soft pink. But I'm going to brown it up a little bit by using this liner in Plush, which we no longer sell, but we do have brownier liners now. But I'm going to brown it up a little bit to better match this palette. The new lipsticks, I have several customers who have it. They love it. It is long wearing. It doesn't peel up. It doesn't dry out their lips. It stays on most of the day, even under their mask. Like the inside might be disappearing a little bit toward the afternoon. So for wearing a mask and wearing lipstick, that's pretty good to me. They can't quite tell if it's actually hydrating, but they do say it's not drying. Which is the main problem with long wearing lipsticks. I've tried them all because I loathe reapplying lipstick during the day. I loathe it. I would rather have no lipstick at all. Okay, got that a little brown. One last thing. Where's the lid? There it is. One last thing. Okay, so this is Soft Hearted. If you spend $125, you're going to get a free Splash Liquid lipstick. No, you're not. That was a lie. Sorry, I messed up. You're going to get the free Twisted at the $75. If you bump it, if you go ahead and go to $125, you're going to get the free liquid shadow in Reverent. They're still giving Reverent. If you bump it to $175 with your purchase, which, hello, that's your skincare, you're going to get a Splash Liquid lipstick in the color Successful, and it's a rose nude. So I'm trying to kind of imitate that as well. I wipe a lot of this off. There's a lot of product on these wands when you open it. A lot. It's too much for me. I don't know what to do with it. So I take a lot of it off. Notice I'm just going on them in the middle. If you have a cream shadow brush, that's a perfect lip brush as well. I'm just going to use my finger. So Successful is going to look like a lot like this, just a little bit darker. Not quite such a pop of pink. Brownier, but pretty close to this. And I'm running a little special with my friend Karen, who sells Color Street. And if you want to know that deal for buying Younique, comment below and I'll message you, because I have a little special giveaway for you. But I can't announce it. I'm not allowed to announce it. Okay, there we go. We did a full face today. Ah! Don't we feel so much better? Okay, so if you have any questions, comment below. I would be more than happy to help you. If you need a color match, if you need help deciding what eyeshadow colors you should use, all that good stuff. Thank you, Libby. That's so sweet. I can't wait to actually meet you in person. I feel like we're friends already, but I haven't ever actually met you. Okay, so there we have it. And I'll go clean up my messes real quick. I'll show you. They're dry now, and they just flake right off. With very little messing up of your eyeshadow. You might have to go over it a little bit depending on how bad your dink was, which mine was pretty bad today. Mine was pretty bad. So let's fix that. Just a little. Okay, there you go. Thanks for staying with me the whole time. And if I can help you with anything, drop a comment below. If you know a friend that would love to watch this stuff, who loves makeup, who's interested in all this, please give me a share. And thank you so much for participating with me. And thank you for making my day a little bit better. Have a great day. Bye. You too, Libby. Bye.